Welcome this afternoon to this webinar, Heat Treat Tomorrow. I'm your host, Doug Glenn, publisher of Heat Treat Today. And this webinar is being presented by our friends at Eurotherm, a forward-looking company and a leader in the global heat treat market with experience in machine automation, data management, industrial Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, power control, and innovative solutions for pretty near any heat treating application you can find. Let's talk a little bit about AI, artificial intelligence. Definitely something that's coming on. We're seeing maybe a little bit of it in the industry. Peter, why don't we start with you on this? And where do you see AI going over the next decade or so in the heat treat industry?
Yeah, this is quite a big topic, so we'll try and be as brief as possible. So just quick definition of AI, it's a simulation of human intelligence by machines. And I think all heat treaters are going to see this journey from Industry 3.0 through to Industry 4.0 over the next decade. And there are several steps to the journey. So and different companies will be at different stages. So the early steps are sort of pre-digital. So you've still got paper and paper processes and paper records. But then you get into sort of the next stage, which they're digital silos. So you might have different furnaces from different manufacturers that have different data packages, etc., different business systems that are not communicating to each other. Once you get through digital silos, you then get to the connected plant. So you then have pretty much one screen to view the whole business operation, process as well as business performance. And then really where I see AI coming in, sort of the latter two stages of that journey to Industry 4.0. So that's as the predictive plant and then the adaptive plant. And I'm sure some heat treaters will get to that by the end of the decade. So with the adaptive plant, you get a furnace that goes down, you have other options for that route of production. The machines automatically schedule the furnace, the labor, etc. So, and just reflecting back where we are currently within the industry compared to sort of having all of these AI algorithms, I mean, if you look, more or less all of the algorithms that are used within heat treatment are hand-coded. And they've been produced through trial and error. You've got things like PID control, auto-tune, carbon control. And if you think as a predictive algorithm, that's very much data-driven. It's not hand-coded. And common areas that will be looked at are predictive maintenance, with particularly looking at remaining useful life and anomaly detection. And they all require data sets to give you information of whether you've got normal behavior, abnormal behavior, and to sort of track patterns and trends. And all of that is termed machine learning with typical data types from sensors, from vision equipment, audio, etc. And the applications are numerous, from the business side with forecasting and planning to sort of on the shop floor and the warehouse with robots, with jigging, with cobots. On the maintenance side, energy use, asset life, process development, inspection, all of these areas can benefit from some AI work. And what's happened really, and we've been sort of looking at this over the past few years, because of the development of processes, the ability to actually provide this AI technology doesn't have to just rely in the cloud anymore. It can be at any level. So you can have it on a machine controller, you can have it at the edge, and you can have it at the cloud, and you can have a mix of the above. The accuracies are improving. So some of these learning algorithms weren't that great in the early days, but they're getting really good now. And I just want to mention to Dan, this is not artificial general intelligence. So we're not sort of going to just replace everyone with this technology. This is just a really kind of a slither of it with machine learning.
So good. Andrew, what do you think? Artificial intelligence over the next decade.
I hope it doesn't take my job away.
Yeah, you and me both. Yeah.
That was my first take on this thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I gonna someone gonna be taking this over for me that's smarter than me? You know, what I'm seeing is again, some of these systems that are being developed with predictive maintenance on this, and being able from, again, I look at things from a pyrometry aspect of things, is, taking data from, pyrometry testing. I know it's a standard that must be used. And Peter, I think I'm going to have to credit you on this one. Years ago, you did a seminar for a furnace manufacturer and talked about using 2750 not only as a standard that you have to follow, but use it as a tool to predict issues with your furnaces. So, I think it would be nice to see in the future that being able to get that data from surveys and being able to compile it to possibly troubleshoot, hey, it's been, within this tolerance for a long time, and then over time things, start spreading out. You're heating something up, cooling it down. It's going to, over and over again, things are going to break down. Getting involved with smart thermocouple technology, replacing sensors on a periodic basis based on, temperature uses. These are, things that are coming down the pipeline when it's dealing with pyrometry, having the SaaS softwares available to, be able to take care of your reporting function. So these are some of the things that, I see coming down the future that's going to be beneficial for this industry.
All right, sounds good. Dan, how about you? Not general replacement of individuals. What do you think?
Well, I hate to be a contrarian here.
Oh, go ahead.
I am a practical guy, and the first thing when you mentioned artificial intelligence, I thought of HAL 9000, the computer from 2001: A Space Odyssey. The phrase that, "I'm sorry, Dave, I'm afraid I can't do that."
Right.
Or the follow-up line, "The mission is too critical for me to allow you to jeopardize it." So on a more serious note, certainly artificial intelligence is coming. I think that voice commands are here and are going to get better and better. And it's going to fall in the category of anticipatory control, which I think is one of the areas that's lacking right now. Heat treaters are great at reacting. They don't like to be proactive, they like to be reactive. Yeah. And artificial intelligence is going to give us a tool that allows us to have this anticipatory control. And again, anything that can help the heat treat operator, anything that can improve the process and the quality is a good thing. And that's my take. And I think artificial intelligence is good, and we'll go from there.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Janus, if you unmute, let us know what you think. Artificial intelligence, please.
Well, I think this as a tool to lower your cost of operation, to increase your reliability, repeatability, effectiveness of that. I am not looking on that we are adding 40 sensors to the furnace as to make more difficult, but I am looking at that as a lowering your price, your cost of operation, of your maintenance. This giving you that if you're calling for a serviceman, and the serviceman is not only coming to you and saying, yeah, you should change thermocouple, but he is coming with the thermocouple. That's what artificial intelligence is giving to you. So it's not sec by sec putting just new electronic sensors, is giving you the better operation with lowering the cost. And sometimes this cost is in daily operation, but maybe sometimes it's occurring one time in the lifetime of the furnace. Mm-hmm. So artificial intelligence is extremely important. It's coming to our control system. Ipsen PD metrics is best example, analytics, which you can predict the technical condition of your furnace when you replace the heating elements, power feed through, or even entire hot zone. So it's nice things to have, and I think so there is the future to lower and make the heat treatment much more effective.
Good, good. All very intelligent answers, I might say, and I don't think those were artificial. I think those were genuinely intelligent answers, so appreciate that.